Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, episode 136, Brysett Barrage. If you're wondering, Scorpio's here for 4 more days, so whatever the cluster's doing, it's taking its sweet time to land. And this one kicks on in 10 days, so there's plenty of time on here. Do we have bioregen set up? No, we don't. How much more for the full architect package? An eye and 2 legs. So you're 15 and how much change there? Okay. 15, but not quite the right age to pull you out of the pod. But you're in the right direction. So we only really have shield to look after. With grave illness. So I think it's probably egg fertilization time. So first egg will be Mass's egg, and this one is a pretty worthless egg, no offense, Mass, because Mass really only has one gene that matters. You know, I'm gonna have Lo do it. This will be because they're married, right? They're wed, engaged. So I'll allow that. And then Mitty, is this your egg? Yeah. So Mitty is engaged to Chimmick. I'll allow that as well. We'll have some, like, love children. Only so that I can throw the eggs out. Fly up. This is Rogy's egg. So, Rogy, we'll have Jack do that one, too. Oh, right, because, you're related. Oh, whatever. And then Frosty, this one is yours? And I'll probably try to have Frosty actually get this bred proper. So, Heavy Jaw. You're the only one with Heavy Jaw. So I'm going to have you... I'll have Cactus try to make some Frosty Cactus. Sounds like some... Oh, God. What are you guys doing? Is there any high mates here? No, because you're tribals. I'd be so tempted to just, like, activate the cluster and be like, all right, bye-bye. All right, looks like you guys want wounded people to get the finger. So I think I'm going to give it to Frosty. Because Frosty is a brawler that is also wounded. So double trouble. So here's the Frosty Cactus egg. It's viable. Strong melee damage, robust. Those are 2 that we want, none that we don't want. I don't think it's good enough to keep, though. But whatever. At least there was an attempt. It did have Heavy Jaw, but Heavy Jaw is not one we desire. Heavy Jaw just helps to offset wasters. So it's not directly something useful, it's something indirectly useful. And it's not worth growing an entire human for an indirectly useful trait. Med emergency, so Lo, that's you. Grave illness extreme. You know, maybe use glitterworld on this. So it's 115% tended. If there's any way to turn around this grave illness, it would be glitterworld meds. So hopefully that has helped. And then Fangface is doing the surgery for the arm. Oh, here's some other love children. So Mitty Chimmick. Blah. Also blah. And then the last one with mass. Do that now. Yeah, actually, we'll keep that. It's got the pigskin genes. Who knew that masses would be passing on some genes? Mass has been like the longest colonist, and as you can see with the amount of children that Mass has. Mass has had 2 fiancés and 0 children, right? So, if this gets fertilized, it will be the first of Mass's genes being passed on, despite technically her genes are like pretty useless. So, I was just lucky that inherited from fiancé. Lowe's genes passed on. Alright, Shield, are you dying yet? Wow, you are, despite the glitterworld meds, you are sitting at, like, brink of death. This grave illness is super grave. It also makes me think that the super immunity doesn't factor at all into the survival of infants. I don't have any code proof. I haven't checked the code or anything, but I get that inkling of a feeling like that might be the case. Well, we've got some other eggs to deal with here. So let's decide on this. The impet egg. I am going to fertilize... with Brysett. And Brysett's also going to fertilize the waster eggs. And Neanderthal eggs and pigskin eggs. Bryce is going to fertilize everything. He's going to have one fun day. For Udigal and Defluti. Defluti is a pig hybrid. Udigal's a impid hybrid. So for impids, who should I pick? So Udigal, the problem with your genome is slow wound healing. So anyone with fast wound healing, I think Banish. I'm going to pop Banish out of here. Or maybe... Guero. I'm going to have Guero try that one. So egg number 1 from Brysett is technically viable, but like totally useless. Let's keep trying. Egg number 2. Interesting. It has Gaunt Head though, but psychic dependent. I'd like to pass on psychic dependent. Despite the fact that I'm using a mod that allows me to have a greater min and max of metabolism, I would like to try to keep the metabolism within -5 to +5. So this one has the super immunity that we want from the wasters. And also cold tolerant. Here, let me open up this. So if you look at the top left, you can see super immunity and cold tolerant are both genes we want to keep. So yeah, this might be a keeper because I don't really have a lot of wasters that have worked out in my favor. So I'm going to haul that into position now. Guero, you were going to go with Udigal? Oh, no. With Defluti. I didn't realize how related you were. So let's open up Banish. What is Udigal's relationship to you? In fact, niece? Okay, so both of you are going to get canned. Go back to the can. I'm going to pick someone else to fertilize them then. I'll probably pick like Low or something like that. So it was this egg here, which was the good one. So I need someone to start to haul that. Wendy, you can haul that. Unless Dakaboy is already hauling it to... No, Dakaboy is hauling it to the right spot. So Wendy, are you hauling it to the right spot now? I want it here. Yep, okay. So Wendy is hauling it correctly. The other eggs... Noisy. Okay, didn't need that one. So let's check these other 2 wasters. Maybe they're even better. This one is super immune, robust. Actually, this one's better. It doesn't have the gaunt head, has the super immunity. So, Wendy, forget that. This one is superior. I might want both, but I'm going to pick the better one. And then this one has gaunt head. So I think both of these eggs can be probably grown. Unfortunately, because they're the same father, I'm going to pick the best one. So I'm going to pick the one that Wendy has. All right, Brysett over here. Slow study, so that's a no-go. And then pigskins, no-go, and no-go. Okay, so I think that's all that I had Brysett do. Oh, also doing rare riffs. Any good? Dark vision, strong man. I think at this point, I sort of need to retire Rurift and get myself some other dirt moles, because every dirt mole hybrid is related to Rurift, and that's kind of a problem. Oh no! Slow and fast wounding. So this one is amazing because it's got the dark vision, it's got the robust digestion, strong stomach, mini horns, strong melee damage, and fast wound healing, but it also inherited slow wound healing. I'm gonna keep this one and grow it as a prisoner so that I can harvest it for genes. I don't do that often, but that egg there has so many good genes and only misses by like a tiny bit that it's reasonable to grow it for that reason alone. A breeding slave. I don't know the gender yet, but a breeding slave. Somewhere or another. So that was this one. Because that's a lot of the positive genes there. I mean, let's count them, right? Oh, no, that's not it. The hell? I think Frosty is the one that's holding it. Nope. Slowane, are you the one holding it? Nope. Where, Low? Nope. Who's holding that egg? T-Sang? Nope. Where'd that egg go? Lego my ego. Alright, I'm gonna have to do the annoying checking all the eggs here because they got it mixed up. It was this one. Who to go low? Sensor Mechanites on everyone. What the hell, Randy? What the hell? So, taking a look at this for good genes that we want. Fast wound healing, strong melee damage, mini horns, strong stomach, robust digestion, dark vision. That's a 6er. And because it has fast wound healing and slow wound healing, I can breed this one with fast wound healing, someone that has fast wound healing, to just basically guarantee that fast wound healing gets inherited thereafter. So that is that's the highest ratio of positive genes to date. I just don't have an empty pod to put them in just yet. Even Wendy got Mechanites. Which is annoying considering Mechanites isn't one affected by perfect immunity. So it's like, oh yeah, exactly the right disease to piss Wendy off. Thanks, game. Or to get her sick at least. It's not really pissing her off. And here's probably the other cluster. So this one's got low and high shield, so I can't nuke it. It is a defoliator, which is not that urgent of a threat. This is linked to safeguarding the acolyte, so this is the other cluster. It only has one printer, which is a blaster. This is a really easy cluster to deal with as far as I'm concerned. So that's good. 2 pretty easy clusters. Where are you taking this child, Lo? That is not where shield belongs. Dear Lord. So there's some other eggs as well. There's the baseliner egg, the RMOs. Maybe Low again. And then Vendetta. Low's on a roll, so I'm going to have Vendetta cross Low, too. I will make the attempt. Which cluster to fight first? Temp controller or defoliator? So this is the defoliator. It's got one printer. It's got 3 mech drop beacons. It's mostly just mechs and one printer. And then this is the temp controller, and it's got tons and tons of printers, but no mechs on the ground, at least at the start, but a bunch of drop beacons and capsules. A defoliator will kill crops around it in a radius, ever expanding out to about 100. So like this defoliator, for instance, as time progresses, it will kill crops within 100 tiles of it. So that would be a circle sort of like this-ish. I don't think it will... I think my farms are outside of 100 radius. But, yeah. It's something to kill. You're going to get it that way. It's way more problematic when the defoliator is close to your base or close to your farms. That's when you're like, uh-oh, got to deal with it. But when it's way out in the middle of nowhere, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, on an ice sheet, doesn't really matter exactly. Alright, looks like you guys want me to take out the defoliator first. 10-4. Probably the way to do this is with the lances that I have. To hit these Centipede blasters with lances and just have them rip up their own cluster. So that's my plan, at least for now. Oh, I know what's going on. There we go. Those bassinets were bound. I wish Wendy wasn't the one tasked to deal with this, but oh well. Keeping shield safe. I have 6,700 steel. I think I have enough. I don't often say that, but I think I have enough this one time. Shield, stop crying. You might be dying, but stop crying. Hey, Pasty, thank you for the resub. Almost 2 years. It's probably much longer than that because you're not good at resubbing. Well, hey, you know, I appreciate it all the same. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more vats in. Expand the vats so that we can... Oh, my relationship with Aptos is dropping. So that we can grow some more people. Because my rice is finally going up in the right direction. So once Wendy's up, I will deal with the cluster. And I'll try to deal with it like as economically and low effort as possible. How's the Geo going? We have the tunnel out to the Geo and the floor out to the Geo. We just don't have the Geo yet. Somebody's getting some bacon blood. There we go. Bacon blood is had. And she'll come out here and just mess them up. So if I am activating them, I don't want anyone outside. Restricting the zoning for all the mechs so they don't go somewhere dumb and get themselves killed. And then I also want to open this pathway here. So I'm going to have Brysett schedule just so they have a valid path to get in the base. So they don't act up. Oops, took a little bit too much blood. Where's shield now? Can 10 in 1 hour. Alright, Low, I want you to probably stop feeding him and get ready just to medical tend. Alright, we're all set to go. So one is going to cast invisibility. And just start popping the mechs. Maybe we'll go for the printer. Alright, so who do I want? I want the charge blasters, and then ones that are not going to headbutt, ideally. So the one in the middle is pretty good. And then the one behind it is pretty good too. Then we'll go with a Berserk Pulse. Whoop, I don't want to get burned. Get out of here. Bye-bye. Invisibility did not last very long. Let me just skip again, it'll be faster. Sorry, your fire doesn't hurt me. Okay, so that's a good start. And I'll just grab Insane Lances so that anyone that survives this will inevitably just get re-berserked and messed with by me. Come on, I didn't want you to actually drill. I wanted you to move the drill. Too bad there's not a timer bar for invisibility. Actually, if you go to health, there is a timer. It will tell you, well, it's not a bar, but it will tell you how many seconds left you have of it. I just was not playing it safe. So there's a few that got by early. So here, invisibility 0 hours. So that means I have still some time left. Because it says, all right, 9 seconds, 8 seconds is counting down now. Six seconds left. And I want to lance you. And then get out of here. My brawlers, because I know there was a lancer that came by. Yeah, there it is. Let's have my awake brawlers get ready for that. And then Wendy's coming back into the base. I should be red. This is a double-sized mech cluster, even though it doesn't feel all that difficult. So this Centipede Blaster is permanently berserked and hostile, so that's really helpful. It's going to be able to rip up a whole lot of them. Yeah, the amount of damage that she can do. She is massively overpowered, and like I have no problem saying that I've invested a ton into her specifically. She's the linchpin of the community, so if she dies, you know, I'm pretty screwed. But by the same token, she can kill basically everybody that she wants with very little effort. All right. I have enough uranium that I'll just let it rip. Just pop them with the slugs. It'll be easier. And then all that's left over here is like turrets. Very straightforward. Anything that makes it by will just get hit by my brawlers. Which might not be any of them, because most of the centipedes here are pretty damaged. Thanks to the berserks. Oh, Tesseron, yeah. Oh wait, Tess. This looks like one Lancer got through. Good for it. Oh, there'll be a few. Let's bring the other brawlers down here. I'll put up the fires as well in a second. Have Wendy just go water skip. It's a little annoying because she's scared of fire, so she might decide to do some weird things before she water skips, but, you know, whatever. I don't love getting sliced up by scythers, but I mean, this is what my brawlers are here for. To fight. So I'll let them fight. Alright, they're ticking out. Lo, I'm going to need you down here. I need a little bit of medical attention on Dave, who's bleeding a lot. And then we have one more Scyther and a Scorcher, and then maybe a Centipede survived. That's about it. The Assembler is going to be assembling, so I need to deal with that as well. But the rest of this fight is basically just use smokes and have them go poof. Really not that difficult. Come on, you're not that on fire. Jesus, fight up. Alright, so a Scyther and a Gunner, and that's it. You know, you're surrounded by snow. You'd think you could figure out how to put yourself out a little more effectively. Almost to the point where this is funny to me. There you go. You managed it eventually. So, Wendy, do you want to be the one to destroy the rest of the cluster? Yeah, why not? Well, no, I'm going to spare her. Brysett, you have smoke, right? Yeah, you have smoke pop. So I'm going to have Brysett just, like, solo the rest of the cluster as a Psycaster flex. Don't leave your locust armor. Oh, well, good point. I don't have space to put it anywhere. So the overflow is starting to overflow everywhere. But, unfortunately, that fire ruined that locust armor. And Brysett, are you fed? Yeah, you're ready. Okay, so Brysett's just going to clear the rest of this cluster by himself. And we're done. Not too bad. I don't know if Shield's going to survive the grave infant illness. If I'm going to make a prediction, I keep tending Shield with very, very, very high quality meds, but the severity of this illness is such that no matter how high the quality of tending, it's such a death causing level disease. Pretty brutal. Just dig your grave now, you ready? Yeah, it seems like we're gonna have to pretty soon. And then there's 2 mini turrets. Got it. You know, we could exploit the high and low shield for a completely no-touch spot here. I'm not going to do it because it's not in a convenient spot. But having a high and low shield next to one another intact is rare. If you ever wanted to do that, what you would have to do is just like wall in one of these turrets so that it couldn't shoot at anything, leaving the mech cluster intact. And then once you did that, you know, you would have the high and low shield work, and it would work against anyone but other mechs. Because mostly I get attacked by mechs on this map tile, that strategy wouldn't really help me, but if there was more raid variety, it would be a functional way to abuse the high and low shields. Cluster's gone. Good work. And defoliator's gone. There's nothing left in this cluster that matters. So I got the entire cluster cleared with minimal micromanagement, and the only ones I have to show for it is a few Scyther slashes. Why grenading the shield? Because it's fun. The whole purpose of that fight, I guess you missed the discussion, was Brysett flexing as a one-man mech cluster clearer. And a clear cluster is not a disassembled cluster. It's a smashed to death into nothing but dust cluster. 'Tis the only way. Assert dominance. Who's starving? Shield? Well, in that shame. Low's feeding you. Maybe. Oh man. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a small casket. I'm gonna hold off on the additional growth vats because I think you're freeing up a spot. So here is the next pull. How to deal with the other cluster. We can use expensive one-shots like Aerodrone Salvo or Antigrain Warhead. Maybe after trying to save the cloth, I'd imagine. Or just fight it economically. I leave it up to you. God, look at Wendy's skills. Holy moly. I have 4 art trainers. It's funny. Here comes the traders. Okay. Exotic, Inalore. Imperial. I'll go Imperial first. Oh! The hell are you? Just a random gunner? I don't know how I missed that, but saw that trotting around. I think that was the last shot. Now it's out of range. So you 3... come on out here with fire 4. Put that gunner down. I don't want my guests, trade guests here to get messed with. I don't remember missing a bot, but clearly maybe it went east and everything else went south or something like that. That's why I overlooked it. Jesus, Gunner. Yeah, you're minigunning me at point blank and you missed? Dude, you haven't even hit Jack once. Just retire. It's embarrassing. See, use expensive one-shots is what you guys voted on. So I am going to decide to use Aerodrone Salvo. I want to salvo it. Antigrain warheads are not as effective, in my opinion. The reason being, the buildings of the mech cluster act as blockers that prevent the antigrain from reaching maximum effectiveness. Whereas if you use them against a raid, there's no physical barriers to stop that raid from being absolutely not obliterated by a antigrain. Yeah, fleshy targets for antigrains in Doomsdays. Generally the right way to deal with it. Oh, well, that gunner's down. And I'll wait until the trade caravans to leave the map tile. Unless there's a high mate. But I don't see any high mates in this cluster of humans. Do I see any high mates here? Because if I got a high mate, I would probably consider betraying the faction that had the high mate and then just gifting them stuff to fix the betrayal. Because it's worth that much to me at this point. Hideous. You know, I could buy Hideous. It's actually not a bad thing to implant in my prisoners, so that if I ever end up killing my prisoners, everyone will hate them as rivals, and therefore it will make people happier that they died. Where is with the shock lances, though? For real. I'm only getting insanity lances. Man, I don't mind insane lances, but I need shock lances. I don't need first skinned. First skinned is just an aesthetic one. That if it's not germline, I don't really care about it. T-Sang is currently making a locus armor, but what should T-Sang make with inspiration? Something for Wendy, which would be likely armor, or weapon, or... yeah. So something for Wendy, which would be armor. What I would likely do is prestige cataphract armor, either a helmet or you know, chest piece for Wendy, or a weapon. And if I went weapon, maybe I would go ranged, because that's what you guys voted for last time. But I would probably do another charge rifle, trying for legendary charge rifles, because they're just so good. Come on, Optas. Please have a shock lance. And don't worry, I'm not going to have him finish the locus armor. I will cancel that in time. Or put him on some other task. Body modder. Alright, nervous body modder. Could be worse. They have a shock lance. Hey, look at that. Finally. Leave it to the tribals to bring in a shock lance. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm also going to gift stuff to them because my relationship with them is not so good. I'm going to give away all of my perfect passive prisoner xenogerms because I'm going to incorporate the hideous into it now. So they're going to be outdated. Unfortunately, there's really nothing that I can gift them that they want other than that. Well, whatever. It's +8. It's something. Oh, I'll give them the pemmican. I don't want to gift the eggs because I don't know which eggs are which. I could actually do it this way, where I fix the stockpile and gift eggs. But it's annoying because I have to do the home zones too every time. So now I can gift the eggs, and I won't end up gifting the ones I don't want, but I'm just going to save in case it doesn't work the way I want it to. Okay, it worked. It's one of those, it's a little bit too annoying for me to do regularly. You guys voted weapon, so let's get a weapon. Prediction on quality. And shield died. Horses, mechanoids. Gold for another mech cluster. I'll have you guys vote on this in a second. Keep in mind that I have plenty of gold. So it's 600 gold, but I have this entire meteorite of gold, and then I have a ton of underground deep drill sites of gold. So gold is not a resource I am scarce on, not even a little bit. there's the prediction for T-Sang's rifle quality. I point upwards like it's up somehow. We do have a shock lance, and I think I'm going to have Wendy carry the shock lance around with her. So if there's someone worth shocking as a prisoner, she's good to go. And sorry, Shield, you ended up ripping it. But I'm going to eat you, so there's no shield left. Shield has been eaten by Wendy. Yum. She liked it too. I mean, she didn't really like that she ate a corpse, but she's not above it. I'm gonna work drive T-Sang so that he works on that rifle a little faster. And it looks like you guys say, yeah, don't bother with the other cluster. So, forget about it. So with shield out of the way, I'm gonna cancel those pods and grow this egg. This is the 6 trait egg. It will be a prisoner because it has slow wound healing, so it's not a viable colonist candidate. It has to be a prisoner, but it has enough genes that it's worth it. The next thing I want to do is once Wendy's up, aerodrone or maybe take the cloth and then aerodrone salvo the cluster down and fight that cluster. So things I want to do before then is to make sure that these slug turrets are reloaded full and repaired full. Scorpio's here for 2 more days. Oh, he's paying a little visit to the prisoners. I think he wanted to see some naked infants. Weird kink, but, you know, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, old man. I'm not even going to have enough weight for Wendy to haul this stuff away. He's leaving happier than when he arrived? No, he's... Well, yeah, true, but he's leaving enlightened. Enlightened in the ways of Wendy. That's how powerful Wendy is, that royals in the court of the glitterworld empire show up and go, you know, she's got a really good point. Humans are tasty and inferior and need to be eaten. Flesh is weak. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 2nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos.